That'd beat me. Fucking sort this out in a minute. Right. I'll fix this shit now. Right, I'll fix this shit there. Right. Figure. Oh, okay. Well, it's enormous, so deactivate that shit. Deactivate. Yeah, look now. Is that fucked off now? There we go. Out. Right. Alright, we'll fuck this off then, can't we? Alright, there we are then. Got rid of that shit. I'm not sure why that nasty fucking thing keeps appearing. I'll figure it out. Anyway. Well. It won't be track wash today. What will it be? It'll be... stuff. Other stuff. What do I do? More of that nasty shit, innit? I really could do with being a bit thicker down the bottom. I don't know how hardcore do I want to go with it, really? Yes. Right. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that, but it'll do. Probably should have replicated it across the thing. That's just shit. But whatever. What are we looking at then? Probably need to do the back end a bit more, don't we? Not very believable. I mean, how much splash are we really going to have? Yeah, it's not very convincing, is it? Like, some of it makes sense, and some of it is like, what? I got a bit carried away, didn't I? That's what I should name the fucking tank. Carried away. Yeah, I'll probably have to put a bit more on that just to even it out a bit, because some bits don't make sense. It is unfortunately an inconsistency. Like, it's obviously just been brushed instead of it just being a... Yeah, the few bits are just kind of questionable. Maybe it shouldn't have gone that far, I'm not sure. I do like that you can feel how the actual thing texture to it. Right. Let's get me glove for a start. Oops. Glove. There we go. Right then. What are we gonna do first? Well, realistically, I want to put more. I do need to do a little bit more on the front there. I can't undo that, so that's fine. I'll have to do. The back end needs to be done a bit. Just because. How far do I want to drag that back down there? It only needs to really be visible from that point, doesn't it? You can kind of see it a little bit. Probably get that bit of mud on I so. I'll do the inside of the tracks as well. At least. Probably put a bit of splash up there. Probably better do that side of it. Try and work it down the inside there without trashing it too much. Well, that'd be the consistency, wouldn't it? So, right, underside of there, down there a bit. Should I try the track wash today? I don't know. Decisions. No, I'll have to hold off on a couple of bits because I'm still waiting for a couple of bits to arrive. Oh, that's a shame. You can see the brush marks in some of it. It's a bit of a pain, but oh well. Where's that foam stuff? I can at least rest on something soft. Where did I put it? Oh, fuck's sake. I put it all the way. Oh no, there it is. Away from the cask. He was getting far too interested in. Okay. Softer. It doesn't need to be completely stable because I'm just going to be like anyway. So there we go. There we go. That'll do for now. That's all. Do I need to get right in there? That'll do. Ooh, hello. Be careful, you. Get you out of the way from karate chopping. Right. How did I do it again? Are they using two brushes or one brush? I think I was using. I think I ended up just using the same brush, didn't I? So I could put it on thick on the track and then spread it afterwards outwards. Not that. The wheelie bit. Just why not? Why the fuck not? That's what we're here for, isn't it? Throwing caution to the wind. It's gonna be a thing, I think. First time, have a crack. You get it all thick, it's on the underside, isn't it? It's gonna be all nasty down there. sure at least if you're gonna go this fucking far, whether you get it everywhere. Might as well. There we go, just fucking mix that shit everywhere. Get it all in one, save me some time. Less water, please. And kind of. Oh, that's fucking not helping anything. Less brush strokes, please. As I brush stroke it. I should have got the damn sponge out, shouldn't I? Get those obvious brush strokes off the bloody thing. Again, it doesn't really matter because it's the bottom. I'm not going to be lifting it upside down much, so once it's all in place, so whatever. Just for my own sake, paying more attention than I probably would or should. It's not like I'm gonna be making a big show of. Oh, look at the inside, underside of the tracks. You know, that very important thing that will always display. Hell, it might end up being attached to a plinth or something, so you wouldn't get to see this part anyway. So, whatever, really. So we'll just get this overly thick coat on one way or the other. Nice and a bit thin now anyway, so work it around a bit. Yeah, okay, it's kind of like where we want it, really. But we're still not moving it around the way we should, but whatever. Which is the front. That's actually kind of, yeah, that's not bad. Again, I don't know why I care, because I'm not going to be looking at the damn thing, you know what I mean? Or at least from this angle, anyway. Of course, I'm going to look at it and be like, oh, look at that, it's a tank. Ooh. Well then, the thing I did, congratulations. Inside a plastic tub that's particularly opaque, so you can't really appreciate what's in them anyway. Good job. Bro, oh, that fucking ladder's still coming off, isn't it? Right. That was failure. That's the sound of failure. Right. So the one that, like I'll do like a smudge across there, just like a fucking line of shit. So then we wanna wash out the old brush, leave a little bit of water on there, and then just sort of like do something like that with it, because why not? This is totally not what I should be doing with it, but at this point, what the fuck ever. How much worse can I possibly make it? Oh, don't tempt fate like that, for God's sake. That's actually the way it kind of should be. Obviously, there's a bit weirdly liney there, but whatever. Let me have a look when it's flat. Would there be? I think I'll get it good with the probably would be a little bit more than that actually. Yeah. Considering what the sides are like. So I'm gonna have it on there, so I better get it on there a bit better than that. I don't overdo it, like, you know, like that. It's not overdone, it's fine. Let's get this water off and spread this crap around there. Otherwise it'll be fucked. It's just like spread the entire thing across the entire thing. This is where we'll just be a bit more than this with it. So ratchet up not too much, just enough. Okay, that's a bit strong. I don't know what I like, but you know, I reduce it maybe and just try and pull it down. It's a bit thick. Just lean some of it off my brush. Pull it down. There we go. Thin it out a bit. Not too much now. Enough. There we go. Wash a bit of it away. That's better. A little thinner. Okay. Have a look at that now. Get in the fucking live, shall we? There we go. Move that back a bit. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Where are we? There we are. Okay, so from that angle, like, oh yeah, nasty, you know, like the rest of it, kind of. And when it's flat, it's just enough probably. I probably need to do the inside of these, but it's still a bit there. Bit. Too many bits. Alright, so we'll get that inside here. Same on this side. Work that there. So then again, a bit of water. Clean the brush a bit. And we want to try and spread that up around here. Spread it around if you can. I can't really see what I'm doing. I don't think it's really moving it much. Need to get a bit on that side as well. There we go. I can actually see it there. So just like try and spread it across this way a bit. So I managed to get pretty much none across there, didn't I? So just get a tiny bit more on the old brush. Get that just a bit dirtier then because it's just not playing ball. And probably brush a bit. Just around the underside of these things. Possibly. I mean, I say possibly, I've already fucking done it, so maybe more than a possibly. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a bit more. Try not to go too heavy with it. It's fucking, you know, I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, yeah, get it on, boy, get it on. We are having enough of this shit. Yeah, I think we're good with that. That looks nice and crispy now. Yeah, I could live with that. It's fine. Put more up to the inside of there. How's that looking now? Ah, look at there. It's like there's none. It's weird. It's almost like it's not dirty at all. How can that possibly be? It's right there amongst all the shit. Weird, right? It's almost like someone fucked up. Whoa. It really does pick up quite a lot on the brush, doesn't it? Fucking hell. We can put that on pretty thick there, because it should be pretty thick there. We should probably actually have a look at the underside of this bit, because I bet you there's bits we haven't done very well. So let's make sure these bits are actually fucking shitty, because the side bit further up is shittier than these bottom bits, which is just taking the fucking punishment, and we're not really paying much attention to the detail, and I insist having some reasonable consistency. So I'm going to go around saying I've got a good attention to detail, and I better have good fucking attention to detail, haven't I? Yeah, I like the fucking what is it called again? Piper's corrosion, yeah, I really like that. Makes me want to just like death guard just to fucking use this all the time. Fucking cheap, but I like a particular paint. Collect that army. Probably not a good, I mean, not a bad way of doing it. If you're looking to do another, like another army or something. I can't even paint one fucking army, let alone multiple. Ha! Try and get this less brush strokey a bit. Not going very well, is it? Bit wet. Try a bit of that off. See if I can get rid of some of the strokes. Not especially. There we go. Most of it gone now, I think. Gently work it in. Yeah, the inside and tube. Some of it looks terrible, but some of it looks alright. Did I do both the insides? I think today. Or did I only do the one side? I think maybe I did one side better than the other. Or maybe one side's dry and the other hasn't. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? Right. Do we want any more? What that fucking ladder? Come on, you ladder. Even though you're gonna have to get glued up again anyway, you'd probably have a bit more on you, wouldn't you? Get some more behind you. Probably works out better actually. I could do with getting a bit more behind it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that works out a bit better. That does. And go around and get all these bits that ended up being too thin, shall we say. Work that fucking pipe explosion in there. It always looked like that, honestly. That was intentional. No one did anything. Look how fucked up brushes now. Oh, it's fine. I'll fix it in post. Well, I did not just go that too far carried away, did I? Shh. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Nothing happened. Jesus Christ. I can fix that shit now. And of course, now that's going to be like well too far up there, isn't it? Whatever. I still got to put what's the other one called? The other thing that I'm putting on it. Right. I think I can probably put that away before I don't stop. Let's have a look at the core brush, see if I can bring a bit of shape back to the damn thing. I don't think that's because I had like stuff all the way up in its business, shall we say? But quite possibly that stuff kind of gets into your brush and doesn't get out. It's got debris in it and shit in it. It's really starting to get into your hardcore cleans. Just kill brush. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, it's leg stuff, so Nurgle got my brush. Unfortunately, it's yeah, did a good one, didn't I? And it's got that awkward split in it now. What's down there to make it do that awkward split, if anything? You can see some debris still in it. Yeah, fuck it. I will fix it after. It's fine for now, at least. Worst case, I've got a better fucking one's what I'd normally use that for. Doesn't look great, does it? I've actually missed bits of it. Right, what's next on the agenda? At some point. Do I want to try track wash tonight? What have we got left to do? I can't do the... What is it? There's some bits I can't do yet. Interesting. I really don't know. I'm either going to go with the Winterstream Grime. I don't know if I want to start doing that now. I could have a practice maybe on the tank. Turret, sorry. Tank. Tank's the whole thing. Well done. So, Winterstream Grime. Oh, we got track wash. What does it say? Accentuating details and surface relief on vehicle tracks. Shake well before using. Use white spirit to soften the layers and clean your brushes. Okay. I mean, it can cause drowsiness or dizziness. Oh, gotta get the old fan on. I should probably wear a mask. So that is what I was actually curious about. Am I gonna actually have to wear a mask with this shit? Or am I gonna be alright if I just ventilate better? Do we want to take the chance? It's gonna be the same as when I was fucking doing that glue, isn't it? I just got absolutely wrecked. I'm sure I blacked out. That's some good shit. Right. Where are we? White spirit. Yeah, let's not fuck around with the white spirit. Okay, let's avoid this enamel stuff in there. I might do that tomorrow night. If I actually focus and think about plan a bit better tomorrow. I got distracted today and I just didn't think about what I was going to be doing tonight, so I didn't really mentally prepare beyond doing some more of the old typhus. And I was off put because I planned on doing the glasswork on the searchlight and the headlight. I remembered this time. I remembered the word, but I ordered this stuff was it Saturday? Could have been Saturday night, and it didn't ship Sunday. There was an issue with the order because I had a carbon black pigment powder in the trolley, but it was like delayed, so I got a different one that's basically the same, just a different brand basically, which was in stock. So the order would ship the next day, you know what I mean? Like, why wait an extra fucking week if I can get basically the same product? And it was for another color as well, because I needed like the intermediary color for this, like the secondary color for the. Oh, you can't see it now because I'm off screen. Hold on. Yep. There we go. The second color for the glass effect, like the in between of those. I should probably get the old one out as well. But yeah, so I had to wait for that to come before I can do that, and then I'll also be able to do the, the black charcoaly sort of powdery effect around the engine, on the edge of the barrel, end of the barrel, sorry. I might put a bit around the demolisher cannon as well. That's going to see some fucking usage. If the rest of the tank's looking trash as fuck, then, you know, the guns are going to see some use as well. I might look into doing, like, last scorch. What would that be? Heat burn? So it wouldn't be the same as like a Gatling cannon, would it? Or like a flame, it would be a different kind of burn, surely. Would they all be the same burn effect? I don't know. So what would bolters be? Would bolters be the same again, or should I just leave them as they are? Tough one, really, isn't it? I'll have to do a bit more research. It's always just finding time to do this shit. Always seems to never have enough time. But that's down to my time management. Right. So, back on the table. What did that happen? Oh, I splashed all over there. Oh, good. Getting my typhus everywhere. Can't really make it out on there, but they've got loads of little black marks on it. Well, probably bought green, I'm guessing. Like getting right in there. Okay. I mean, that's probably dried now, isn't it? So, whatever the fuck that is. Whatever it was, come off now. A bit more there. Yeah, at some point it got stuck to the bottom, I guess. Like a bit of plastic inside it. Crevice on the fucking floor. Do I want to? Oh no, I said I wasn't going to do the track wash yet. Because I might get wrecked. So, not ready ventilation wise. Well, I mean, it's not. It's the best you're probably going to get. It's bad. I suppose I could put a mask on. Do you know, I really fucking hate wearing masks. If I could legitimately justify it, I'd just get one of an natural fucking ventilation system so I don't have to bother. You still probably should, shouldn't you? That's like, I fucking hate wearing masks that much. I really fucking do, does my head in. I just never bothered going out in the end and fucking when that fucking COVID shit was going on. Couldn't be asked wearing a fucking mask. It's like, fuck that shit, man. Right, living in a fucking bubble, fuck off. I'll just stay in. Be in a slightly bigger bubble. I don't know what to do now. Have a look at the ass end of it this time. I mean, it's not really convincing on the bottom end of that, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. I don't want him. But that's fucking terrible, isn't it? Well, hello. Welcome, Robin Roots. Right. I really don't want to do this without ventilation. No, I'm just going to get wrecked. And good evening. What can I do instead of that? Oh. I suppose I can glue that ladder back on for a start. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? I keep forgetting about doing shit like that. I don't really want to. I can't really undercoat the other stuff again yet. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm just chilling after work, doing a bit of painting. Well, kind of doing painting. Making it, trying a lot of stuff for the first time. So some of it's gone well, some of it's gone questionable. Just figuring out how a lot of these sort of paints work and how they're supposed to work, and learning the hard way. But it's not too bad. Could be worse. I got a bit carried away with certain things, but like my paint chipping is absolutely obnoxious. How about you? How's your evening going? Or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. Not everybody is the same place as me. Oh, nice. Building most of my first army. What are you building? Haha, nice. Yeah, that was my first attempt at doing like the lens effect. Some of it's okay, some of it's like my brush strokes are just obvious as brush stroke. It definitely helped having like the gloss finish though. It sort of saves it a little bit. Yeah, it's just it's funny. Like through the camera, a lot of the bad stuff isn't as bad. It's a tough one really because I can see like bits I've done well, but then they're right next to bits that are terrible. It's, so this is where we're up to so far, at least anyway. I've just been putting typhus corrosion around the working it into like the track and around the bottom, working it upwards a bit. I got a bit carried away with that again as well. Like at the front there, like which side of my hand? There it is. Yeah, a little bit too far up there, but yeah, same a bit round. It doesn't. It's not like a very good blend. You know what I mean? Like I could have blended that a bit better, like a smoother sort of, but I didn't want to keep going further and further and further with it. Oh, that's the bits I probably could do there. Probably could do a bit there because it looks a bit like, how is it nasty there and not there? Fuck's sake. But yeah, like, honestly, all in all, considering in the past I would have just painted it and tried to do some like, edge highlighting or whatever, and be like, oh, look at that, throw some stones and PVA them to the tracks. It's done and it looks fucking mediocre at best. And I would have just moved on. I was like, nah, man, if I'm gonna fork out for a Baneblade and I really want to do stuff to it, like I'm gonna try and all the techniques I can try on it really. We did a lot of first time stuff on this for me at least anyway. I think I've tried. In some cases, I'm probably going to be doing too many things because I definitely think I went a bit too hardcore with the typhus corrosion because I'm also going to be doing. I think also what I probably went wrong with is maybe doing in the wrong order because I'm going to be doing like a winter streaking grime as well. I probably should have done that first, then done the typhus corrosion over the top of that, and maybe even put a coat of a varnish before it as well, so it doesn't interact when I have to go and use the white spirit on it because it might mess with the typhus corrosion. Yeah, that's a thing. I might have to be careful of that. But yeah, so winter streak and grime. I'm just gonna go along all the up and down, vertical. That's the down one, isn't it? Fuck's sake, I always get those mixed up. I'm curious how it pulls or behaves on horizontal surfaces in reality. I think it's just a slight. I'd probably put it like around the where the vertical and horizontal meet, and then sort of blend it outwards very finely, so it doesn't look like there's too much. Like at most, it's where it would drip down, kind of thing. So there's a lot to think about. I'm probably not going to be doing any of the enamel stuff tonight because I haven't really prepped for it. I don't have a mask to hand. I don't really want to use my full ventilation mask. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm probably not going to do enamel stuff tonight because I just get the impression it'll go the same way when I was using the last time I was using the extra thin cement and I didn't ventilate well. I was pretty sure I was blacking out. I mean, I wasn't complaining, but it's not great for entertainment when you're just like, what? Where am I? Yeah, other than that. Oh yeah, gonna try the first time as well, like using pigment powders. So I'm gonna get like a black sort of charcoal. Turn this thing around. Yeah, black sort of charcoal, maybe with a sponge. Because I've seen what people do is like they dry brush it on and then they use the pigment fix to like pour it around it and like, man, that looks like a ball ache. I see that shit just get fucking everywhere. So I'm be more inclined to try mixing it together beforehand, making sure it's still like a thick, lumpy kind of mix, than using a sponge and just like working it in a bit, or maybe trying to dry brush it in once I've mixed it, perhaps. I know the effect won't be the same, but I really feel like I'm gonna have more issues dripping that shit on and just, yeah, I don't know. I might practice on something else first. Again, I've got a couple of like really shit things I don't care about. I suppose I could just try it on, I guess. I don't know. Speculation. Other than that, oh, I want to try glass effect as well, which I got the idea from the same. Well, I stole it basically from the same video that I got the lenses from, and it's pliable to pretty much all glass. It's pretty much the same sort of a technique as the lenses, but it's basically with blues instead, and you sort of do it a particular turquoise. Oh, it's display now. You do the entire thing in, for argument's sake, Stegadon scale green, and then you wet blend in like a, a lighter shade in a quarter moon, and then you then wet blend in the Fenrisian grey on top of that in a smaller part. And then there's a couple of highlights with Alt 1 and various bits, and like a white dot going out into the corner, and it somewhat look like the Auger or Auspex lenses, but a light basically, because it'd be blue glass. And then maybe give it a gloss coat after as well, give it a coat of hard coat to make it shine, catch the light a bit. So it's like, oh, that looks nice. Cheating. That's what the rough idea of the seems to be. I'll probably rewatch that video again. At some point I will link all these videos. I'm pretty much getting most of what I've done. No, a lot of these little techniques for the Baneblade I got from one particular one. And then originally it was going to be a grayscale winter camo job, but that ended up being multiple shades of wolf greys, the blue greys. And then it didn't even end up being the same pattern it was supposed to be, and then it's just been a whole thing, and then I chipped the absolute hell out of it after I had a really nice highlight blend and stuff. And then I typed corrosion the hell out of it. So it's a progression, and then I'm going to put winter streak and grime all over it, and then I'm going to put track wash as well, because I want to see how that goes on the tracks. So I'll be doing the tracks with track wash, so they'll be nice and worked in and worn and shit. And then so some dark mud enamel as well. That'll be worked into the bits of the tires around there. Tires, wheels, parts of the tracks. Probably give it a thin coat after the fact as well. What I want to do with the dark mud, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to use. Oh, okay. If we're going by the picture, this is better used as like built up actual chunky sort of mud. More so for like it'd be better used kind of around there, maybe one coat around the actual track, but I am going to be using snow as well, but I've also got like diorama mud, acrylic mud. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for what. I'll probably use this for just, well, that's separated really bad, isn't it? I have to give like a mega shake or some shit. Yeah. Oh, this is. Oh, there we go. It's separating back again. I was worried. That's like, wow, that's really not good. Oh no, that's just gonna have to get shaken like absolute fuck that is. This one is the AK Dark Mud, the enamel. The other one I'll be using, give me a second, is Splatter Effect. There we go, that's what it is. AK Splatter Effects Wet Mud for dioramas. So going by the picture on this one, you load up the brush and you just use the air from your airbrush to just like splatter the shit out of it. So that kind of would look good. That kind of effect up the sides, sort of thing, yeah? So I might do that a bit as well. And then we got the old terrain snow, because it was supposed to be a winter camo. Nice. Yeah, I've had them for a while. I spent so long painting this bloody thing, I haven't got around to using them yet. That's the thing, like I'll do this. I've probably explained it once before, but in general, like I have trouble motivating myself outside of work. Like I work like an absolute beast, but I just really struggle to sit down and do stuff myself outside of it. So the idea with this streaming is if I treat my painting like work, I'd be happier and more inclined to do it, because I can just focus it and treat it the same way. I know it sounds silly, but I'm basically just tricking my brain into just doing a thing, and it works for me because since I've been doing this, I've been flat out doing so much more and just being consistent. So yeah, man. So it's basically just a trick so I'll actually do stuff. And it's a bonus getting to hang out with actual modelers as well, fellow modelers. Like I've met a few completely random ones as well, like some guy that does ship dioramas and various other bits. And I met a really interesting orc role player the other day as well. That was kind of funny. So yeah, no, it's been a unique experience so far, and I've been enjoying it. And it's been nice to just be encouraged to sit down and do a bit of painting and obviously try all these new things, which I probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. I think it's more interesting doing it like this, because then, no, look, a million, everybody's seen your failure. Won't bother you then. Yeah, exactly. It is fun. And because, doing all the ADHD and shit like that, I could just chat shit for hours. I can just chat absolute shit for hours. It's great. You know, get back after work, just de-stress, have a beer, and just. It's great. So, yeah, I digress. Stuff and things. So, yeah, charcoal, blacky, powdery stuff there. So, because, engine doing stuff, working. Yeah, exactly, man. So, yeah, that'll be all around there, like, and then because I've seen it on the video, monkey see, monkey do, because of the nature of the where that is. He had some on the underside of there as well, sort of going up. Like that makes sense. It makes sense. If that's an exhaust and it'd be around the exhaust or vents or what have you, then there absolutely would be some under that side as well. So that's that attention to detail. I appreciated that on the thing he did. So that makes sense. Other people might have not bothered with that. And then also I'll put a bit of the pigment powder around the barrel as well. Somehow I'll have a look how other ones look. Oh, pardon me. Other than that, so what we got? We got the track wash, wind streak and grime, mud of varying types. It's like the splatter mud and the snow will probably come last. Oh no, what's that like in there? Oh, that's pretty thick, that is. I wonder how that goes on the brush. So this would probably have to come second. I'd probably do the winter streak and grime first. Then I do the mud splatter. Then, ooh, order. Let me think about this for a second. What would be first on there? No, okay. So let me take that off before it falls off, because that would be just great fun all round. Wet mud, the enamel dark mud. Do those first. Outside, do the inside. I'm gonna let that spread around a bit because it's mud and it's spread. We'll probably put that not as a thinner layer going outwards than the typhus corrosion. The typhus corrosion is a consequence of the layer of mud. Ah, there we're getting somewhere. Right. And then, okay, so we'll do the enamel mud first, then we'll do the winter streak and grime, then we'll do the splatter mud, then the track wash. No, which order? I'll do the track wash. Actually, no. Track wash first, then mud. Right. I get it right. I get it right. It's a good thing I'm not doing it tonight. I didn't just jump in because I would have done probably in the wrong order and be like, why is the rust on top of the mud instead of the mud on top of the rust? Shit. That's a good point. I've got what's that stuff called? Dirty down rust, whatever. I fancy giving that a try because everybody's just going crazy for that at the moment. I mean, you got it for one thing, really. I want to do it on these. I don't know what the actual name of them is, but it's what's going to be the return wheels. Is it something like that? It's basically giving me the wheels to help the track go round, but the internal ones. So just gonna have a tiny little bit like the dirty down rust thingy bobber, and then work that just coming from, like a real thin one, just coming from those riveted areas on either side. So I was going to do that originally with the typhus, but then I've obviously put far too much typhus on it already, and it'll just look the same, and it'll be a bit like, eh. Oh, okay. Do I myself use any metal with dusk tone over it? Huh. Interesting. I'm really still quite impressed with the with what typhus corrosion it is and can do. Like for just a simple acrylic paint, it's got the same effect in it as a good fucking enamel paint, really. That's not bad. But you can see why it's a lot thicker, that's why you have to run it. Yeah, ignore the bottom. I just got fed up trying to do that. I think I was saying like I don't really need to do the bottom because there's always the potential I might actually, in that respect, there's no point me putting track wash on because I could always potentially just be attaching it to a, you know, like a stand or a plinth or something or whatever. But then I want to do the track wash because I want to actually have a go at doing the track wash. So either which way, even if I do attach it to someone, at least I'll had a go at doing the track wash. I mean, missing that bit's neither here nor there. I mean, I've already done a bit of plastic, or missing anything by missing a bit of plastic. I mean, you don't see it when you look head on, do you? You can see the little bit at the front, which I have done, but the actual grey bit, can't see. Same from the back end, you can't really see it. Not from that angle, but you know, he's looking straight on. If you got right down to the table and looked at that, yeah, can't see it. So, whatever. You can argue you can't see the tracks, but again, it's more about the experience or practice, if you will. Because some tanks do have track going all the way over the top, don't they? Chimera. I'm pretty sure the Proteus Land Raider has tracks all the way over. I could be wrong, actually. What else is there? I'm sure there's another one. Rogel Dawn doesn't. Neither does. Is it Lumen Russ? I don't think so. Or maybe it does, actually. Oh, I haven't got my book to hand, have I? No. I don't think any of the others do. Tracks all over. Maybe some Horus Heresy and maybe some Mechanica stuff. I haven't really looked at that too much. I've got to stop myself from looking at models sometimes because I'm like, oh, I really want to build that. I've got enough stuff to build and paint. But I'll see someone and be like, gotta get me one of those. Just for the sake of it. Yeah, I really can't. I got anything else with acrylic I can do tonight. Am I kind of stuck? I could do the base coats for the. I could do the base coats for the glass, I suppose. Need to be brushed out there, maybe. So, got a bit of dirt in there. A bit of dirt in there. Get off screen again, fucking camera. Not much better on the screen there, isn't it? Yeah. Don't have the best positioning on these cameras, but at the same time, it goes from the entire table, or most of the table, to less of the table. So get right in there. That's alright if I fucking get amongst it though. That's like do my edit now. Yeah, I did want a little bit more sort of going upwards there, but I didn't want to get carried away like I did with everything else. More of the type. Got a little bit going up, that's because I was just chucked a bit on the bottom very messily. Again, you won't be seeing that once the turret's actually attacked, but maybe the bit slight bleed over. That's why it's there as well, because, you know, greasy discharge or what have you from moving parts. Oh, fucking trying to stretch this shit too much as I'm doing this. It's very, if you can still get the damn thing on. Yes, it is absolutely missing some vital components. I am aware of the lack of certain parts. Well, these definitely get brushed. They may have been sat on this desk, uncovered for a bit too long. I'll probably clean them up this once, and then I'll put them in the box with the rest of the tank then, so I don't have to de-dust them again. Problem with this room, it's a bit dusty. Unfortunately, it's just me then. Not unfortunately, not just a craft room. It's a lounge and a this and a that and a fucking. Right, so that shit is not how you do that. So that is gonna sit there, kind of. Is that actually gonna sit there, or am I gonna have to give it a bit of welly? So yeah, that would sit there, will sit there. I am absolutely gonna have to repaint the damn thing. I haven't painted it because I forgot to base coat them when I did everything else. So by the time I'd done everything else and got back to it and had a look, I was just like, oh, there's the hatches and the guys and oh, that's fun. Oh, well, I'll have to wait now. And unfortunately, even though I actually got my um, airbrush going a couple of times, I still forgot to base coat them again. Oh, for the first time. And that would sit there, probably about the same. I wonder if it's supposed to be angled or it's supposed to be that way. I don't know. And then, what else we got over here? We got a couple of arms. Got another arm. Pretty sure this geezer's supposed to have another arm, isn't he? He's got a sword. Pretty sure he used to have a pistol. I hope he's still got a pistol. That's going to be interesting if he no longer has one arm. Oh. So somewhere, this geezer's lost an arm. Well, I will figure that out at some point. Oh, that's great. Wasn't it like a pistol or some shit? No, is he pointing or something? What the fuck's he got his hand for then? What must be his arm? What's he doing with it? Where's the gun? That's obviously not that. It can't be his arm, can it? It's not doing anything with it. Was he waving or what? Looks like he's friggin' waving. Can't be his arm. What is he fucking doing? Like stroking his mate's back? What the fuck's going on? Like, that makes no sense. Anyway, yeah, so maybe he's got a weapon somewhere because that doesn't make much sense. Another thing I've lost. Probably. Again, don't just leave shit lying around. Bad stuff happens if you leave stuff lying around. magically vanishes. You'll manage to keep stuff you never use, but stuff you want will absolutely disappear. Because that's how shit works. That's how the cosmos works. In a general sense. Not just do with Warhammer. Yeah. Cleaning up. Well, somewhere, I'm pretty sure he's got a pistol, but I don't think that's his arm. Because it's like he's just got his arm out. Nothing really going on in it. It's a bit weird, really. Oh. So yeah, they've got to be redone. That'll be fun. Where's his arm? Yeah, it's just a hand. Like he's gonna cup someone's ass with it. Can't see the damn thing. Yeah, it's too small, you can't even make it out. See? He's dropped a cup in that palm, like what's he fucking doing? Surely he's got like a pistol or something in his hand. Anything. Feel sorry for the gunner next to him. He's like, "Oh, you commander, what are you doing with that hand?" Right, so anything acrylic we're gonna do. Base coats of the lights. Um, I don't think I want to really put any more typers on. I probably should do the inside of those bits a bit more. Am I truly happy with the chipping? I mean, I could still fix some of the chipping by actually putting it on the edges, but in some cases I wouldn't be able to. There definitely needs to be more at the front there. On that side. I'll get back to that. Oh yeah, it needs to come up there as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah. And glue the fucking thing back on. Hmm. Will plastic glue do it? It'd be easier to get the plastic glue in there. Probably get super glue in there, just awkwardly. Just wonder if plastic will be strong enough to hold it. I'm gonna take a risk getting fucking on ventilator with this shit now, aren't I? Get wrecked as fuck. Here we go. Let's have a look what we got in here. Get that side. Just make sure there's a good amount on this. Okay. Welcome, Brad Griffin. Good evening. Right. Hopefully that will be sufficient to remedy my cock up. Good evening. How are you doing on this fine Monday evening? Well, my evening, whatever it is for you. Have a sip of coffee. No worries, mate. No worries. Yeah, that's good. It's good to be great on a Monday because you still got 4 more days. Yeah. Okay. I am from the United Kingdom. I live in Wales. So it is 20 to 10 at night where I am from. Things just set nicely. I could, of course, the top loose now. Why not? In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's have a bit more. Stick that in there. So having to keep battering it around. Eventually, it's just gonna come loose. It's hardly. I'm pretty sure I actually picked it up by once. That's probably why it's so loose and it snapped off in the first place. Oh, I think it snapped off because I caught this fucking glove on it and it just wouldn't give until it give and it snapped off. Yeah, that's it. It's a work in progress. Fixing my pop-ups. Fortunately, the damage and mistakes, like actual damages once built, have been minimal. I've only barely knocked off the ladder, and I unfortunately snapped one of these aerials off, but you can barely see where it's been superglued back on. Other than it's a slight lump, whereas that one's a bit flatter at the base. And it's almost completely straight again. If anything, this one's actually straighter than the one that's not damaged, which is kind of amusing. But yeah, so I'm just trying to working my way through what I've got left to do, what I can do tonight. I'm still waiting on a few colours to do a few other things. I wasn't really keen on starting to do the enamel stuff because I don't have what I'd imagine is appropriate ventilation set up for this evening. I could probably get away with just my fan there and open the window, I'm guessing. Or am I just taking too much of a chance? Maybe with the white spirit. I'm not sure. Thank you, yes, it is. It's okay, isn't it? Do I want to do around the outside of the light rims in like silver or something? I think that might make it a bit too complicated, whereas if I just get the glass on, you can get the glass on, I think. Those headlights are going to be really awkward by comparison to the searchlight, because they're going to be tiny by comparison. Well, that has been the consistent thing so far, challenge. So, let's get this Stegadon scale green. Bit, feels a bit chunky. Get a couple of ball bearings in it. Give it a helping hand. Hey, there we go. It's getting there. Yeah. So I've got carried away with some things, and some things I've done not enough, and it's as I was explaining, it's a work in progress. It's if anything, it's a prototype, not a prototype. It's what's the word? I'm just applying a whole lot of first first time techniques all at the same time. Seeing how it all sort of goes together and what it looks like, and I'm quite happy with it. Like, I mean, obviously some things don't make sense, and you could look at that and you think, well, that paint chipping is not really chipping; it's kind of smudging. It just looks like paint smudge. It doesn't look like a paint chip. So it's a process, and I'm learning. But that's what I mainly take away from this is like, if you don't do it and try and do it, you're not gonna be able to do it. You, and if I can figure these processes out properly, I can then apply different colors, because otherwise you're just replicating the same thing again and again and again. So if you learn what, the reason why a thing is done a certain way, you can then apply it in different ways. It goes beyond monkey see, monkey do. But that's a lot of what I do. It's just what I've seen done, and just replicated. It's a lot easier to replicate what someone else has done than try and do something for yourself. I really do suck at creativity. It's thinking of my own shirts. Yeah, that's why I've struggled with like deciding on a Space Marine chapter, because they're all the generic ones are fine, but if I'm gonna do it, like, I'll do my own. But then actually deciding on a color scheme is difficult because there's so many out there, and all the good colors are obviously all taken, and all variants of all the good colors are fucking taken as well. I mean, I say taken, like, not, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a faux pas, really. If I come out with my own custom chapter that looks identical to like fucking Blood Angels, that's a bit bullshit. So. Ah, cool, man. Sound. I will grab that shortly. It's all still a bit of a work in progress, so there's not really too much going on. I'll be honest. It's like I said, it's still a work in progress, but obviously everybody's welcome to hang out or whatever. You post what you're working on, stuff like that. It's a very small community, but I'd imagine it grows over time. So that's how I assume this shit works, you know what I mean? To be fair, I'm doing alright at the moment, you know what I mean? I'm getting like two followers a stream, 2 3 followers a stream at the moment. It's getting pretty cool. More than I expected for just little old me chatting shit for 2 hours a night. Occasionally doing a bit of painting. Sometimes doing a bit of gaming, if it takes my fancy. But it's not like a pure focus, because I do work full time, so this is kind of like a hobby sort of thing. It's not like in lieu of a job. Yeah, that's a reasonably good coat. Can't really see. And the light really gets in the way. We'll be able to tell by when it's dry. I don't think it's really into the gaps. I don't think I should actually shade this, or do I? I must shade it with something, surely. Probably wouldn't be no. It's probably Drakenhof. Yeah, it'll do. I might switch to a smaller brush for this, but it's gonna be oh no, it's okay. Keep rotating it around. Okay. Make sure I don't go over the damn thing. Excellent. Right. A little bit on this one. I'll do the two on the back. So I don't fucking get it anywhere else. That's sufficient. Then we've done a bit on there. The two on the back. Drying out pretty quickly. Get it on while we still can. I can see this going over the edge. It's the same sort of manner, just slowly moving it around. Still feel like I should have gone to a smaller brush for this. It's very thick. I should have thinned it out a lot better in the first place, I think. There's no longer a point left on the damn brush. I don't want to thin it down too much at this point, because some bits will be inconsistent. Oh, that was nearly a disaster. Fucking sliding. Oh, that was nearly an absolute fucking shit show. Yeah, no, I need some more paint. That's thinning. Right, tiny bit more. Oh, no. Yeah, reasonably thin this time. Possibly. Have a look. I don't know, it's scratching this fucking. That's a bit of coat anyway. How's it look on this bit now? That's not too bad. I want a bit of that, don't I? There we go. There we go. Get that more on this side. I've gone over a little bit. I might stick some shade around it so you can, hides the mistakes. It's the best way, man. Gotta hide those cock-ups. Any way you can. Like dirty cheats. Yeah, the shade makes it look good. It totally doesn't hide the mistakes. Right. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Right, anyway. Oops, I didn't realize I dropped my phone. Okay. Right. So, the base coat, shade, don't we? No, shade. I don't think I need shade. I did shade on the other one though. What shade did I use? Is it going to be better with a black? I'm pretty sure I used black on the other one, didn't I? Oh, whatever. Where's the night, whatever it's called? What's it called? When I find it, I'll know what it's called. There it is. Drakenhof Nightshade. Oh, right. Okay. Been a while since I've used it. I don't know what kind of state it's going to be in. If any state. Viable, usable state. The shade brush is going to get some decent use from actual shade paint. See if I can get it back into a usable state. Right, where are we going with this stuff? Thank you, brush. You fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, no, this brush is jacked, isn't it? The way it's separating is not doing me any favors. Maybe it is supposed to be blue that I'm supposed to be using. I might have to use a different brush, so this is not gonna work. Oh yeah, no, that's just going fucking everywhere. Let's try with this brush. more. Then I've got to brush its work and then run out of juice. There we go. Nice. That's a little bit over here. Oh no, it's starting to do the turret drawing, yeah. Nice. Bit more. Get in, grab it a little bit more. Device. Okay. Yep. Got the lid on properly. That's not a bottle we want to knock over. It'll never stop running out. Oop. Change our paper towel. Let's get covered in crap. Let's tie the edges of it. Can I wipe that away? Carefully don't wipe the whole lot away. No, it's good. Cool. Right, we did those base colors. What else we got on? I can't do the next phase of that yet. Do you want to try some of the fixing some of the chipping maybe? Oh, that's not still wet, is it? Okay, no. I really can't get over the typhus corrosion. That's such a nice job. Right. Anyway. Well, I think that's a bit of an impasse without further bits of stuff that I can use. So, what I normally do when I run out of stuff I can do, where this goes, well, I guess I'll do a little bit of building. Do a little bit on the old dreadnought, wherever he's gone. Get that off to the side. I can just chill out. We don't need the foam anymore. What we do need is the dreadnought. To be clear, this is not like anything particularly interesting. Just a redempted dreadnought. I've got 3 of them built, based, primed that I haven't painted, and then 2 ironclads and a venerable that are just sat there built, unpainted. So yeah, just I like building stuff. I prefer the building to the painting, like most people, I'd imagine. I don't know, I find it therapeutic, you know. So unfortunately, you do end up with like a massive pile of stuff to do. What have we got here? We got transfers. We got a base. Get that in there. Get that cap out of the way. I think I'll go with the alternate weapons this time around, purely because I've made 2 with the standard weapons already. Where was I up to with this shit now? Right. It's not as exciting, but oh, let me rephrase that. It's probably about as exciting, really. Let's be realistic. Me painting crap, rusty crap around the edge of a tank is hardly a riveting. Well, I mean, it might be. Huh. I'm pretty sure I. Oh, no, I remember. I remember where I was up to now. Fucking look at that mold line there, man. Got rid of it. No, I didn't. Most of it. Must have been a hell of a line to begin with, though. 'Cause I fucking must have taken a right chunk out of this fucking thing to get rid of it. Trying to get a bit more of the curve back on it. No, I totally didn't nearly get myself in the face with the knife, honestly. Right, just things that rotate here. No glue. Okay. Well, they just sit there then, do they? Oh, they're held in place when the next thing gets put in. Okay. Just gotta find the bastard things then. I don't think it's any of these. There they are there. I'll have to get those off first and trim them down. Yeah, that can be difficult to get off there. Just get the top bit off. A bit easier to trim down at least. I mean, it's still pretty easy to trim with a knife anyway, really. Oh. Oh, I didn't stab my hand at all with the friggin' trimmers. Oh, there we go. Be careful. Try and hook it underneath. I'll get a bit of motion that should peel it a bit. There we go. Still a very difficult position to get in without slicing something. There we go. Sorry, I'm a bit off fucking. Hold on. Hold on there. There we go. So a bit. That's a little better, isn't it? A bit better. So it's just the best locking position I've got for my arms while I'm doing this shit. I don't really want to chop anything off. It's all about just locking your hands and gently shaving it. Don't worry too much about your thumb. You got another one. No, that's the wrong attitude. I'm joking. Always be careful with these fucking things because this'll do you in, man. It might as well be a friggin' scalpel. So, is there a specific side that they're supposed to go in, or is it any side fits all? Uh, Front facing, I'm guessing. Because they're supposed to turn up there. Yeah. Yeah, close enough. Are they actually the right way around? Yeah, they're supposed to be that way, aren't they? Yeah. Make sure, like, fuck's sake. Oh, there's another bit that's going on there. What the hell is that? Some kind of thing that goes on top. Well, I suppose I'll look at the number. It might be faster then, isn't it? 97. 97, where are you? Come on down, 97. That looks like legs. So, we are in the right place? I'd like to think we are. This looks like armor. 97, 94. 60, 100. Is it really not here? Ah, 97. Tell me where to find it. Why is one bit been cut off already? I didn't cut it off. The ghost modelers cut it off for me. It's like let's trim this crap off. Oh, I can't hold this shit. Leave it down. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. There's a bit. Okay. What are we looking here? So that's supposed to go. Supposed to go and will go are two different things. They normally end up being viable with me because I will just batter it to fuck until it goes in. Come on, you twat, get in there. I will not apologize for swearing. I will give you fair warning. I'm just gonna swear randomly as fuck because I really don't. Yeah. Like if I was doing this to pander to people, then I'd be a bit more concerned about me and myself. But because I'm just being me, I really don't give a fuck. Oh, being fucking pretentious, pretending to be some fucking thing I'm not. Like, That shit pisses me off so much. Just be your fucking self, man. Fuck. I mean, some people don't even know what themselves are, I guess. I know I'm an obnoxious, vile-mouthed fucking twat and I don't care. But I am painfully honest. To boot. Right, that closes nicely. I remember what I did wrong on one of the previous ones. I basically made it and it just wouldn't close, and then it actually just kept pushing and snapping off because I think I hadn't put it together properly. Okay, so we now want 2 arms and a hood thing. So the 2 arms are these, I'm guessing, 86 and 93. I do believe my beer has run out, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but it'll be refreshment time soon. I'll be finishing in about 12 minutes or so, basically. I think the general idea is 2 hours a night, here and there. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and I'll do a bit on Saturdays. I'm not sure when yet, but at some point this week I want to do some gaming because I didn't do any last week. So I probably will play through something. Obviously that's different again because I don't have a capture card yet, so I can't faff around too much with it. So it is just a pure raw stream from the Xbox. But you know, it's got a mic. I just have to work out the levels because it was a bit quiet last time apparently. But we'll figure it out. I've got people around now, so I'll be like, "Hey, is this too loud? Too quiet? You tell me." And yeah, I am using basically a mono mic. It's a single earpiece mic, so it's not the best. I mean, I imagine it'll suffice for now, but it's certainly not a dedicated mic anyway. The mic on my Xbox headset might be better because I'm pretty sure I can connect that to the PC. I imagine it's a high quality one anyway, so whether it'd be worth me doing that in future just to, well, at least I'll set it up so I've got that option anyway, you know. Right, where the fuck is 98? Come on, 98, you're getting on my nerves now. Oh, there you are. Fuck things. Bloody things wind me up at this time of night. Not good, man. Stupid bit of plastic pissed me off. Inanimate objects, damn you! The hell with the typhus corrosion on my gloves. Ooh, and a bit thick that bit. Yikes. Scratch that back a bit. Get the shavings off so I can see what I'm actually doing. Go and read my audiobook now. What am I? No, no, not read my audiobook. Yes, well done. That's a good one, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Go and listen to my audiobook now. I'm currently listening to. What am I listening to at the moment? Well, honestly, I'm listening to about fucking 10 books at the same time. But the one I'm most currently listening to is shit. Ears of the Emperor? Is that sitting flat or angled? So that's going angled, so that sits there, and then you can just keep turning that. So we don't want to glue that bit. So which bit do we want to glue? We want to glue which bit? Alright, which is it telling me to glue? Ah, okay, the top bit of that, and then the bottom bit of there. Okay. Let's see if that holds it together, shall we? How much faith I have in this shit. Right, so where am I looking? That angle, down there. How far around are we going? We're going all the way to the bottom. We've already gone over the line. We give some fuck. Yeah, on there. 50 fucking gallons of glue on it. Get amongst it. Right. Do the same again. Right. That's still turn. Excellent. That was a bit stiff anyway, but let's make sure it doesn't come out too far, because it'll knock that off. Oh, hello, glue. You're a bit strong, aren't you? Pooh-wee. Shouldn't be doing that without a mask on. Naughty boy. Right, where's this next bit go? Which way did it face? It's supposed to face that way. Some crap on it. And which bit am I supposed to glue? So that sits where? There? It doesn't fit there very well, does it? I don't know, so I'll just glue the underside of the bit that I'm sticking on. I hope that works. Well, they're the only bits that connecting to make sense that this should be glued, I suppose. Well, it'll work or it won't it? It'll either come back off in my hand or fall off if I tip it upside down, or... One thing I don't like about this is you don't get very fucking much on it. I don't suppose you need too much, but I always feel like it's a very superficial covering? Coating? So, that's what fits there, like? I guess so. Huh. That's not very, Ah, there we go. I was thinking, that's not very secure, because it wasn't fucking locked in. Now it's secure. Right, okay. Hey, we're cooking now, aren't we? Look at that. This fella is hungry. Yum, yum, yum. Ah, yeah. Totally believe it. 40, couldn't you? Right. Right, armor plate. Are we putting the armor plates on now? What time are we on? I think we'll wind down to there. Save the armor plates for next time. Oh, let's just wind down now. Nice. Tidy up. Oh, As per usual, I was entertaining. I enjoyed chatting to people, meeting new people, entertaining people, trying to paint this fucking tank, building a bit more on my dreadnought, you know, bit of this, bit of that, shooting the shit for a couple of hours. But yeah, it's a good idea. It's just work through my what I've got left to do on the tank, what I can do, and what I need to do more on the tank, stuff like that, really. So it was, if anything, you could suppose a bit of a planning session, while also still doing a little bit more. It wasn't a complete waste, and I got to meet a couple of lovely gentlemen. There we go. That's an assumption. I apologise if I assumed. Oh, no, you're not gonna have to worry about that. Silly bollock. Yeah. I keep wearing my wrist brace. Still a bit sore. Keep getting to do it. I thought I'd be alright after the weekend 'cause it wasn't too bad. And I lasted about half the day and I had to put the damn thing back on again because it felt like my arm was going to fall off. Click, click, click. Oh, that's fun. Right, anyway. I think that's me. I don't think there's any more stuff to put away here. Let's just take it all the way back. There we go. Table shot. There's the old bad boy. Looking good. Yeah. It definitely looks better on stream than it does in person, that's for sure. You can see where it's not like necessarily blended as good in up close. But I'm always going to be overly critical. I'm just like I have zero self-confidence. Like 10 people could stand in front of me and tell me it's fantastic, and I have to be like, well, you say that, but yeah. So no, but I can look at this and I go, uh, considering how far I'd normally take a model, like the extra effort pays off because it does look much better than just a couple of edge highlights. You know what I mean? Maybe a shade, maybe a dry brush. Do it all and then some. And now you're looking at something a lot better. Put your lens effects on, light effects, paint chipping, weathering of varieties. Yeah, definitely make a difference, for sure. Right, that's goodbye from me, I think. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you, the two of you, for following. It's nice to meet you both. Yeah, that's me from tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night for more fun. Good evening. This is the 10 o'clock news. It's 10:30 now, actually.